You ever watch someone you love get broken, again and again, while you can't do a damn thing to stop it? You sit there, fists clenched, blood boiling, listening to the stories. How a group of spoiled kids made someone's life hell, and you think, someone has to teach them a lesson. Well, I became that someone. And what I did wasn't legal. It wasn't kind. But I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Because sometimes, karma needs a little help. If you've ever wanted to see karma punch back harder than a bully ever could, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready. Because this isn't just another revenge story. It's about what happens when a good person finally breaks and fights back from behind a keyboard. I never thought I'd become the kind of person who fights battles online. But it all started when my family adopted 2 boys. Brothers, 10 and 15. They came from a system that eats kids alive. Foster home after foster home, broken promises, bruises both visible and hidden. They were quiet, careful, like they were always waiting for something bad to happen. And over time, I became more than just their older sibling. I became their shield. Especially for M, the younger one. He was bright, creative, and endlessly kind. The kind of kid who'd save half his lunch to feed a stray cat. But also, the kind of kid bullies spot from a mile away. It started with small things. He'd come home quieter than usual. Dinner untouched. Eyes down. When I asked, he shrugged it off. Nothing, just some kids being dumb. But soon, dumb turned into something darker. A group of teens, older, bigger, and nastier, had decided to make M and his friends their favorite pastime. They called them names. They asked for money. They mocked him for being adopted. Your real parents didn't even want you, they'd say. It got worse. One of those kids, a tall, smug 15-year-old who thought he owned the world, once pulled a knife on another student. And the school. They brushed it under the rug. Because boys will be boys. That's when I started to hate them. Not just for what they did, but for how they got away with it. One night, M sat on the couch beside me, scrolling through his phone, trying not to cry. I asked him what happened, and he finally broke. He told me about something called cutting. A disgusting social media trend where you take someone's photo, edit it to humiliate them, add insults, and post it online. Apparently, the bullies had started using it on their victims. And this time, M was one of them. They'd taken his school photo, scribbled slurs all over it, and posted it with captions mocking his adoption and skin color. Thousands of views. Hundreds of comments. He said, "I just want them to stop." I remember sitting there, shaking. My heart pounding so hard it hurt. I wanted to storm out, find those kids, and make them regret ever breathing near him. But I couldn't. They were minors. And I wasn't about to land in jail. So I decided to hit them where they lived. Online. They thought they were untouchable. Hidden behind screens. So I built my own mask. I made a fake Instagram account. Profile pic. Some attractive influencer type. Bio. Just vibes and aesthetics. Within a week, I had 500 followers. Mostly their age group. Then, I followed the bullies. All of them. I watched their stories, their posts, their comments. I studied their behavior, their slang, their timing, their followers. And then, I began my cutting. The first target was the knife kid. Let's call him Tyler. He had this habit of posting shirtless mirror selfies, showing off his cheap chain and fake tattoos. So, I downloaded one of those photos, edited makeup over his face, perfect contour, pink lipstick, glitter eyeshadow, and captioned it, "Nail polish slay queen Tyler caught getting ready for prom." It was harmless enough, at least at first glance. But within an hour, it blew up. 3,000 views. 500 comments. Half the school was laughing. Then came the comments. "Bro, you pull that look off too well, face with tears of joy. Didn't know you liked pink, Tyler. Real men wear mascara, right?" He tried to act tough in the comments. "Y'all got jokes, wait till I find out who did this." But the more he raged, the funnier people found it. And I just sat there, watching. Calm. Cold. Satisfied. Once the first one hit, I didn't stop. I made cuts for each of them. Slightly exaggerated edits, clown noses, fake braces, ridiculous captions like future Walmart CEO or still waiting for puberty to hit. Nothing illegal. Nothing extreme. Just humiliation. And the internet did the rest. By week 2, their DMs were flooded. By week 3, the same kids who used to strut around like kings were now avoiding social media. Their own classmates were turning on them. And he came to me one evening, a small smile on his face. "They're getting roasted online," he said, almost whispering. "The same guys who bullied everyone. Now they're the joke." I acted surprised. "Really? Who did that?" He shrugged. "No idea. But it's kind of karma, right?" I nodded. Karma. That word never felt so. A rumor started spreading at school. That Tyler, the knife-carrying bully, secretly liked wearing makeup. It wasn't true, of course. But he couldn't escape it. He stopped showing up for weeks. When he did, he kept his head down. The rest of his crew, they scattered. Some tried to delete their accounts. Others pretended they'd never bullied anyone. And for the first time in years, he walked into school without flinching. No whispers. No threats. Just peace. He still doesn't know it was me. And I'll never tell him. The day I knew I'd won was when I saw one of those bullies, the same kid who mocked him for being adopted, post a story saying, "People need to stop bullying online. It ruins lives." Oh, the irony. My hands were shaking as I read it. Not from guilt, but from relief. I didn't ruin their lives. I just made them look in the mirror and see what they really were. Sometimes, justice doesn't come from laws or rules. Sometimes, it comes from someone who simply had enough. Do I regret it? Maybe. A little. But if you'd seen MS face the day he stopped being afraid, if you'd heard his laugh come back after years of silence, you'd understand why I did what I did. Some monsters wear hoodies instead of masks. And sometimes, you have to become a little monstrous yourself to scare them away. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button, drop a comment, and tell me, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen someone get? And of course, subscribe for more true Reddit stories that prove one thing. Sometimes, karma needs a helping hand.